Okay, let's get logged into our environment here. And this is just an environment where we've been working on some Data Cloud content already, so it has some things set up we can look at. Okay, so once we're logged in here, you can kind of see along the top, you have this menu of different areas of Data Cloud to look at. And the first one you see is data streams. It's kind of where we're going to focus on starting with this video today. But then data streams give way to data lake objects, and then you can set up your data model where you can that data model will have your data model objects. That's where you're kind of starting to refine and curate your data, bring it all together, start heading towards a unified profile and identity resolution. And then under more, we can aggregate and summarize some of the things about our data with calculated insights. We can set up data actions to have something happen when our data updates and send data somewhere else for real-time data updates in other parts of our Salesforce or other platforms. We could send full segments of data, curated data to Marketing Cloud to act on our data here in a marketing campaign and things like that. There's so many things we can do with the Data Cloud platform. Data transforms will be a way we can kind of curate and refine our data lake objects or data model objects into something else. So lots of great stuff here, but let's focus in on data streams today and look at what we have here. So you can see once we get in here, we have a few different data streams already set up for this example tutorial, where this is like a hotel loyalty program tutorial where we have all these different pieces of data we want to bring together to support a hotel business that's trying to act on its loyalty data. So you can see the different connector types that are coming in this column, the data connector type. So like this is coming in from Salesforce itself through the Salesforce CRM connector. You can see we're using the ingestion API some on some of this loyalty information. And then Salesforce CRM connector again. And then we have the Snowflake connector bringing in some information about our hotels, our rooms, the location of the hotels, customer reviews coming in from the hotel data, reservation history, customer information. So for example, our contact information from Salesforce will be merging in with our customer data from Snowflake to create a unified profile of customer data. And you can see we have some more loyalty information coming in from the ingestion API, Salesforce CRM connector, and Snowflake connector again. So those are some cool examples of how we're going to end up bringing everything together in Data Cloud. If I click on this new button here, this is how we would set up a new data stream. So you can see the options here for connecting a data source, ingestion API, the Salesforce CRM connector, and then we see a bunch of other connector options like Amazon S3 in my search history there. So that's a great one to show. How about Google Drive? That's where sometimes we keep some personal data and for use. So you can see here we have the existing MuleSoft Anypoint Google Drive connector, but we also have the new direct Data Cloud Google Drive connector in beta. So you'll see some options like that whenever you'll sometimes see some MuleSoft connector technology brought into Data Cloud as well, which is really cool since MuleSoft has a lot of existing connectors that you can piggyback off of. So awesome stuff. So if we want to set up a new data stream, one thing we have to do is load a sample file to teach it about that data. So let's start working on that here. And then maybe we'll try the Google Drive connector, see how that goes. Okay, it looks like our admin account doesn't have Google Drive, or it doesn't have beta connectors enabled right now. So oh, okay. So let's not connect. That's not working either. Let's see. So let's try this one. Okay, so now we're going to upload a CSV, which it will be our sample data. Let's go ahead and try this balances CSV. It has some interesting sample data in it. So once this finishes uploading, which it looks like it is, we should be able to look at the data fields in the sample data and kind of understand what our data schema would look like if we bring this in. So yeah, you can see we have accounts, an account field as text. We have a balance, so each account has an amount, a financial amount as a number, and then it has a date for that balance, the last updated date for that balance. So we can see that's in date format there. So this is how we would get started with connecting data in Data Cloud and creating a new data stream. Account would be our primary key probably, because that's going to be the unique identifier for each account. And then at this point we could deploy this data stream, and then we would start connecting it to our Google Drive data source, where we have this balanced data ready to start streaming into Data Cloud.